speed paints on this Mini. So here we have some Broadsword Silver, and I'm going to liberally apply it, and then we're going to see what it looks like. This is really weird, actually. It works. I mean, obviously,
it's just a big white blob.
Obviously, it works because they are selling this product. So, but I can't get my head around how does it work? How does this metallic cover nicely over white? I don't understand. Or light grey.
Explain then. What do you mean it works?
It works. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing that I've undercoated, so we can see the texture difference. So it's like an oil. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. So as I've poured it into the palette, it's like oil on the palette, and it's got tiny little metallic like pigments in it, and it's just clinging onto the Mini like a normal speed paint, but it's metallic instead, and it's just very strange. But I've been saying for weeks, haven't I, that I didn't understand how it would work.
And do you now understand?
Well, no, not really. but I wanted to see it for myself, and it works. It does work. Metallic speed paints. So this is quite a dark silver. So Broadsword Silver is quite dark, and then there is a lighter one, which is, I don't know if it's chainmail silver or something like that.
Does it smell?
No, very little odour, if any. I've got a terrible sense of smell anyway.
I can't smell it from here.
But it's it's not too bad. Doesn't really. I mean, it's obviously got a little bit of a paint smell, but it's not like a.
It's not like a chemical smell.
Not a strong chemical smell. Wait, let's whack a bit on his cloak and we'll see. And then we'll leave it to dry for a minute or two, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, it's almost oily. As you're putting it on, it's almost oily, but it's thin, and it's just pooling in the right places and everything like you think it should do. I cannot explain or understand any better, really. How is this working? This is madness. I was very much a hater of speed paints 1.0. I haven't really tried any of the 2.0 version ones, apart from this one. This is the first. Yeah, once we twigged on with the version 1 stuff that it had potential for a little bit of reactivation, I was very much against them. But this so far is impressive.
So is there any other way that you could describe it for us? Because obviously all we can see is you splashing paint about.
I don't know really. So smooth, such a joy to apply. Now, obviously, if you were doing it on like very small areas, like the end of a pistol or something like that, a gun, you would be a lot more careful than I was with this guy, seeing as I've painted the entire Mini with it. Well, there we go. Let me lift that up so you can kind of see a bit of what's going on. I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Like pooling a little bit thickly, maybe.
Is that just your application?
Yeah, that might just be my application. Let's see if we can just thin it a touch. So we'll see what it looks like when it dries, and see how kind of the natural sediment in the recesses has developed. But yeah, a nice all over metallic finish over a very pale grey undercoat. I mean, that's pretty surprising, really.
What was the colour grey?
So I used Grey Sear from Games Workshop. They recommend, Army Painter recommend matte white or ash grey, and ash grey is a very light grey, like Grey Sear. So
I love how Nathan left the metal bits till near last before hitting the sword.
yeah, if I get it somewhere up near the camera. Camera. There we go. So here he is. I'm
this little guy pink for you and it looks absolutely appalling.
I'm pretty impressed by that. Obviously, I've painted it over the entire mini. This is a really old. This is probably one of the first Bones minis that I ever bought. I've never finished painting him, so he just got like a full all over grey sear, so we could test this out because it was to hand. One day I'll paint him. There we go. So yeah, I've got him out of focus again now because I'm rubbish. There's a delay on my screen. Anyway, that's what it looks like all over Broadsword Silver. I'm quite impressed. You should definitely you should definitely check it out. Broadsword Silver and other Speed Paint 2.0 paints available at mightylandsgames.co.uk. Can't see that? Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Woo! There we go.